So, Jeremy, this weekend, all of Jacksonville went out to the NAWCQ in Raleigh, and what did you do?
I won the national championship.
Ladies and gentlemen, your North American world champion. Jeremy, a very intense event. We know that you played Kashtira, but how was your experience?
Oh man, it was amazing. You know, I had a lot of fun. Had a lot of fun with my friends. All the guys that went. All the guys that messaged me throughout the tournament. Romeo. You know, just everybody there, man. It was great. I love competition. I didn't think I'd do so well like I did. Just to go 17-1. You know, I didn't think I'd be doing that. But I just want to thank everybody, and I'm truly blessed.
You truly put on for Jacksonville. We're gonna get into the profile, but before, just wanted to thank you for saving this profile for Jacksonville. You're doing this for your community. It is an honor and a privilege to be doing this. Let's go ahead and get these shout outs out the way before we get into it.
Oh boy, well first let me shout out my sponsor, Yugioh Sports Center. Great sponsor. Shout out the Yugioh process. Shout out to my mom and dad. I always thank them for supporting me, because I know when I first told them about this, I just got laughed at. So just to see my mom cry when I told her about it, and just see how far they've all come and accepted me, accepting the game and accepting my dedication to the game, it really meant a lot. To shout out to everybody in Jacksonville, everybody that's here, Sherrod, Bradley, Ilya, Quinderis, it's just so many names. Romeo, Guillermo, Peter, Josh, for letting me hold the OT Fenrir's. Man, I love you guys all, and it still feels unreal for me. And also shout out to Zach, Stefan, and Jameek. I'll always remember you guys, just some local Yu-Gi-Oh players that we've lost in the past. I'll never forget about them, and I'm always praying to them. I know I definitely did it in Top Cut, just praying to them, making sure that they not necessarily that I win, but just let me make the best decisions that I can, and just help me through the stress and everything that Top Cut involves. So I will always think of them, and I'm just truly blessed again.
Of course. Again, here in Jacksonville, we're more than a community, we're a family, and you went out there and put it on for us. So we appreciate you for that.
Always.
But again, without too much commentary, let's go ahead and get into your profile and see what won this year's Nationals.
Okay. All right, so of course I played Kashtira. Double Unicorn, 3 Fenrir, 3 Rise Heart, and of course the Scareclaw. I know a lot of people go back and forth with the double Rise Heart or triple Rise Heart. This deck bricks a lot, and so I just wanted to make sure that I had at least the Theosis and Birth would be live as much as possible, and at least with Rise Heart it helps with that. So just bricking is just the main thing I always concern myself with this deck, because I have a lot of friends that play the same deck at Nats, and they definitely brick. They give me my I can't even. Oh my gosh, I already know Brian just. But yeah, it's mainly because I just didn't want to brick, and I didn't open up any in multiples, so that was really good. But yeah, that was the reason behind the 3 Rise Heart. Hand traps. So the only hand traps I played were 3 Ash and 3 Shifter. I did kind of go back and forth with the Shifters. I did see some deck profiles that weren't even playing Shifter in the main, which made sense. I did play like 9 mirrors. I did go 9-0 with them, so I didn't draw it that much. But I felt like in a big event, in the big nationals, you would play other stuff besides the mirror. So Shifter was a good call. It did help me out against like 2 Dragon League players. Yeah, again, these are only hand traps I played, and I did not play Imperm, and I'll explain that later. For the engine, of course, 3 Birth, 3 Theosis, Planet, and the Terraforming. Shout out to Tanner for letting me use his what do you call this type of
quarter century
terraforming. I think I did draw this a lot, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, shout out to him. But yeah, this is just a regular, and then 3 Pot of Prosperity. So that's pretty much sort of the engine there. Yeah, I was looking for them. Speaking of lances, 3 Forbidden Lance. I was looking everywhere for supers, but I couldn't find any. But this card is just really good. A lot of people against this deck siding like Dark Rulers, Book of Moons, of course, Imperm, anything that hits a Rise Heart. So it's really good. Sometimes I'll just end with a Rise Heart and just set this, especially against a deck like Dragon Link or a deck that I know loses to a Rise Heart, because it pretty much just wins the game by itself. So I really like that. Also, 3 Dark Hole in the main. So like I said earlier, I didn't play Imperm. The reason why is because I didn't think it did enough. And a lot of my friends at the Airbnb was telling me, like, if you have Imperm, most of the time you're setting it, and then you're just going to get, battle phased evenly, or you're going to get Harpies, or you're going to get Lightning Stormed. So even if you're going second with Imperm, it doesn't really do that much. Like, it doesn't do enough. So the way I play the deck is I try to keep cards in my hand. I try to keep follow-up. So even against the mirror, it's really good against the mirror because even if they tell me to go first, I'll make just a regular board, and most times in the mirror, you don't usually die the first turn because we all play cards like Prosperity and stuff. So as long as I don't die, having this card in your hand is really good because most of the time they're going to end with like a big materials loose because your board is going to get broken anyway. Regardless of what you do, your board is going to get broken. Having this on the crackback was really good for me. Like I said, I went 9-0 against mirrors, so I am so happy I played this. And a lot of times, even with Imperm, even if you draw Imperm for turn, you'd have the field spell up, so now you can't even use it anyway. So drawing this just automatically just clears the board, allows you. And also, people ask me, like, why don't I play Regeki instead? Because this card outs Ibli, and that's a card that really hurts Kashtira. So I'm really glad I played 3 Dark Hole. It really helped me out the entire event. So
outs your own book monsters too.
Yeah, and also gives your own monsters because you need to clear your board so you can summon Unicorn or Fenrir. So it was amazing. So
Very good.
the rest, just 3 Book of Moon, double talents. I was going back and forth kind of with triple talents and double Dark Hole, but the way I looked at it was triple tactics it's a harder once per turn. Dark Hole isn't, so if I draw Dark Hole in multiples, I'd be okay with that, even if it have a negate, because it'll force a negate. Drawing double talents isn't always the best, and I'm really glad this was perfect. I didn't have any issues with it, so definitely glad I played it like that, and just the one big bang.
Insane. Something I don't think you get a lot of credit for is how you piloted the deck in Game 1. You clearly were able to see some of the Game 2s where Eradicator did a lot of the work.
He did.
How was this main deck good going into the mirror match, which I know a lot of people were struggling with?
Yeah, like I said, I think really maining the Dark Holes really helped a lot in the Forbidden Lances. I will say my toughest matchup was against Cameron Neal, top 16, because he played the hand trap version, I guess, that got second place at Europe. So it was a little bit tough because, Lances weren't as great as against that type of build, but all in all, usually in the mirror they're playing cards like Book of Moon and stuff like that, Imperm, and this Lance was just really good against the mirror, and it makes you feel a lot more safer. And again, Dark Hole just answers everything in the mirror, and you don't really care about much. So I think just the way I play, again, keeping cards in my hand, not putting everything on the board. And I think that really helped out for me. So.
Insane. Let's get to your extra deck, see what you played.
Alright, so extra deck, nothing too crazy. Baron, I don't really go into it that much, but it's good when you open up like Double Ash. You can just use that with Unicorn to go into Baron. The 2 just fossil cards I play, I didn't even use this one. This one could be anything else, but this one was really good. This is usually the first thing I attach to a Rise Heart. After I use Prosperity or whatever, just to make sure that if I get like, Dark Ruler or something, it'll be engraved that I can use for the crackback on my turn. Goliath, you need this for Runic. Donner, I didn't really make this as much, but as soon as you take it out, you're going to need it. So I'm glad I played it though. So those are all pretty much the Rise Heart targets. 3 Shingula. Usually for my turn 1 combo, my turn 1 board, I usually just try to end on. I usually go through both of these. So the first Rise Heart, the first Shingula, then the second one that goes into a Rise Heart. That way, it automatically has 3 materials. This could have been something else, but I wanted to make sure I just had another one just in case. You don't really go into the last one, but I don't know. There was really nothing else I wanted to put in that I would feel safe with. double Big Eye. A lot of people ask me why do I play 2. I see a lot of their profiles only play 1. I just think in the mirror, sometimes you do get them grindy mirror matches where you're going to miss that second Big Eye. I never thought about only playing 1, so I'm glad I played 2. I know other people have their different opinions on it, but double Big Eye is good for me. Was it Dark Arm? So this is a good card. I didn't even know that you can use more than 2 materials, like more than 2 level 7s. I didn't even know that till a mirror did it on me. So that was pretty cool to know. But yeah, this is a really good card, especially when you're trying to break a board. Double Zeus, of course, standard. Red Eyes Flare Metal. I mean, to be honest, this could be something else, but this card actually helped me a lot, especially when there are a lot of times when you want to do a lot of damage and don't play into Nib, and then like just with 3 monsters attack and then go into this, and it puts your opponent on the clock. So I really like this, and of course it's also good for Eradicator. But I think it was a really good card. But you definitely don't have to play it. But I really liked it as just a good Eradicator target and a good card to use when you're trying to go for game. And of course the 1 Rise Heart. So.
And for the side deck?
For the side deck, we got 3 Ghost Bell. Just for branded, I'm not trying to really. I know. Really, just for branded and Labyrinth. Just not trying to get Gimmick Puppet. But yeah, that's pretty much that. The 3 Drolls. Disregard the miss rarity. I was looking for Super Drolls, but yeah, Joel, I wanted to play this because I was really afraid of Flunder. This deck really struggles against Flunder, and it's also good against the Runic for higher deck. So I'm really happy I played it. It was really good. It's really how I beat the Manadium. How you say it? Manadium deck. The guy that was like undefeated the first day. I played him like this day 2, and then this really won me the game against him. So I'm really glad I played that. For back row hate, I played Pankratops and 3 Cosmic. I noticed a lot of people are still playing like Lightning Storms and Harpies. I'm just so afraid of Anti-Spell with this deck because I know how powerful that is. And also a lot of people at my locals were also playing Eradicator, so I just wanted something I can chain off of it and just not completely get blown out. And Pankratops, shout out to Brian, because I pretty much got it from him playing the Pankratops. Just another card again that when I know my a Kashmir mate or any deck that plays Eradicator, just something that's not a spell that can get rid of something. And it's also level 7 that you can combine with with Birth and stuff. So I'm really glad I played that. And I guess the bread and butter that got me this national championship was the 2 D Barrier, the 2 Eradicator, and the 1 Trap Trick. I really like this. Shout out to Brian and Ilya. We all talked about this, and they really gave me this idea, and I really liked it. Like the moment they said it, I loved it. Gives you basically you're playing 6 cards, but actually only playing 5. And just with the 1 Trap Trick, you're able to. I feel like it really worked out against the mirror. Even if because I don't know if they're going to tell me to go first or second. Even in Top Cut, I didn't know. But I would always put this in, going first or second, because even if you go second, most of the time you're breaking the board regardless with this engine. Kashtira boards are never safe in the mirror. So if you could usually, and when you do break the board, you're ending it with Dark Arm, which is a dark over 2,500. So you just Dark Arm the board, set Eradicator, pass. And usually you can win just like that. The birth on the field is dead. All the spells that they're drawing is dead. I'm so happy I did that. Again, against every mirror I would put it in, and it worked out in Top Cut. And of course, D Bear again was just another card. I was scared of Purely. I did lose to Purely. My only loss. The guy that was undefeated day 1. He was a really good player. I didn't see it, but that's mainly what it was for, or maybe Despia, but anything like that. Sprite. I just really like D Bear. So yeah, all in all, I'm very happy about my side deck. It really worked out for me. Again, I'm just so happy to bring this home for Jacksonville and in front of all my friends, and I couldn't ask for anything more.
Jeremy, you played this deck phenomenal. For the people at home, would you change anything about your list moving forward?
I don't know what's left now. I really loved everything about my list. There's really nothing I would change. Maybe some cards in the extra deck, like the Fossil, the one that pops back row. Maybe that could be like an Insys or something, or a Mecha Phantom Beast. Other than that, though, I really love my main deck. I love my side deck. I think it just handled everything perfectly. I'm happy it worked out for me.
Jeremy, You're going to be going to the World Championship, not only to represent America, but to represent Jacksonville. Do you have any final remarks?
Oh man, I can't wait to try my best, and hopefully I bring it home for not only Jacksonville, but North America. We haven't won it yet, so I'm excited, and I can't wait to go out there and give it my best.
We appreciate the profile, Jeremy. Congratulations.
Thank you.